Looking all the way down the order, a couple of them with conflicting conflicts earlier tonight. So we do have quite a few subs here for both teams. But overall, looking to be a pretty good matchup. The second matchup of the season where X Hockey Products took down Team Goose Foundation earlier on here in the summer season of the 2026 season. Like we're talking about, coming into game number 5, X Hockey Products, the only team in the Pro Division still undefeated with a record of 4-0. And of course, TGF, one of the teams that has fallen to X Hockey Products here in the 2026 season, a 9-8 loss to XHP a couple of weeks ago here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. For Team Goose Foundation, they've got a couple of new guys as well and a couple of roster changes. A couple of scratches as well, and we'll get into those as the game progresses on and on here on a beautiful, what has turned into a beautiful Tuesday night here in Newark, New Jersey. It's been a little bit of less than the desirable weather over the past 24 to 36 hours here in the Garden State. Finally, a little bit of sunshine poking through the windows here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. And we are ready to get going. Taking a look at the goaltending matchups here for tonight, beginning with Team Goose Foundation's Kyle Osgun, still looking for that first win of the year. Playing one game so far for the young man from Ridgefield, New Jersey. Has a GAA of 8 even and 81.8 save percentage for the Skidmore College D3 goaltender. And on the other side of the ice, John Werber, a perfect 4-0 on the season for the Indiana Centennial from the FPHL, the New Rochelle New Yorker, posting a goals against average of 7.75 and a 78.9 save percentage. Not the greatest you can get here in the save percentage category, but still Werber has been perfect all throughout the season so far, and we are ready to get things going. Ilya Yavtelyhovich doing double duty from the club division last night will win the opening draw, and we're underway for night number 2 of week 4 this season. Taken by Hudson Salvador, taken back over to Yavtelyhovich. Shot goes right through the crease and right out the doorstep. Yavtelyhovich trying to get it back over to Christopher Pinko. Pinko, who leads the Jersey Pro League in points this season, 15 points in 3 games played for the Brooklynites. This pops back out into the neutral zone and giving chase with it. It's going to be Gleb Vermiev. We'll dump it all the way down and take it here by Michael Rubin, wearing 4 for Team Goose. TGF, their red uniforms with white armpits and shoulders. A little bit a la to the Soviet uniforms from back in the day, and John Werber will be tested for the opening time. He's 1 for 1. Both goaltenders making a save here. And, of course, X Hockey Products in their new uniforms here for 2026 as Yavtelyhovich tries to put a shot on net, steered aside once again by Osgun. XHP and their New York Rangers-inspired kits. Letters XHP diagonally down the side of the jersey from right to left. Yavtelyhovich on it once more. Played a couple of shifts last night in the back-end game for the Pro Division, or the Club Division, I should say. We'll get it to Ryan Schelling, shot through traffic, and save is made by Kyle Osgun. Some other subs on the XHP program right now. Julian Brown is going to be wearing the 5. And over on TGF, Ty Aller will be wearing 12, CJ McGeer will be wearing 3, and George Weiner will be wearing 15. Among the other jersey adjustments, Rafael Campo will be wearing 13 instead of 12. And I believe that should round things out here. Patrick Walsh had it at the point, couldn't hold on to it. Nikita Konievich trying to get it back over to Schelling. We'll get it back over to Walsh. This one tipped right at the doorstep and quickly steered away there by Team Goose. Not able to get on his horse there. Once again was Aller. And Sam Esposito will have it in his own end. Esposito trying to drive around. He'll get the green light from Werber to continue westbound and down wearing 17. He'll get it up to Konievich. Nikita Konievich trying to stick through traffic, nothing there. Ryan Schelling trying to take it up the top end of the right circle. Trying to find a friendly body of the 17 of Esposito. Konievich at the point, gets around one defenseman, trying to get around 2. Shot 10 feet over the crossbar, nowhere near the back of the net. Shelling from the other side, looking for the back door for Konievich, and nothing there. Slap pass intercepted by Team Goose Foundation. Anthony Galante not able to keep this in. Taken here by Aller. Aller in a partial 2-on-1, trying to go blocker side on a Werber, who will just get enough of it to keep things out. Next Hockey Products still trying to get their first official shot on goal here for XHP. Julian Brown going around the cage, wearing the 5, like we said. Sends it back to the top of the point. Coming back all the way over for Pinko. Pinko waiting for an option. He'll get at the point. He'll get it back over to Pinko. Pinko looking to drive in the zone. Looking for the back door once again was Brown, and that one just rolled off the tape. Looking for the rebound once again. It was doing a couple of hops off the side and crossbar. So a little bit of iron-bound hopping there for the vulcanized rubber. Nobody was able to pop it home, and Brown has got it once again. Banks it off the dasher board. We'll find Pinko. And XHP has been eating time right now and eating chances. Currently leading the shot category 3-0. And Team Goose still looking for that second win of the season as Drew Fortescue was pinned along the glass. Holding it there is Vermiev. Vermiev trying to drive around the 7 of Mickey Burns. Vermiev still with it, and he'll turn it over to the 15 of Wiener. Wiener still just trying to cue ball shot it out. He'll poke it out of harm's way. Trying to load things up for the 8 of Braden Heckel. And that one into John Werber's glove. And he'll get his official save. His first official save on the young evening so far. Shots 3-1. Still in favor of X Hockey Products. Just shy of 3 minutes gone here in game number 1 of the evening. Still no score. 43 Oak Foundation and TopLine Hockey will be taking on the ice later on tonight. More on that game later on this evening. Rubin will get it back over to Spitznagel. Spitznagel trying to drive around everybody. An errant pass will go out of the neutral zone and trickle all the way back into the TGF end, where it's wheeled out by Anthony Calafiore. Calafiore trying to find Spitznagel. Patrick Walsh will grab that, looking for the backhander around. 3 blue and red, white, and blue skaters were looking for it, and it's Yavatovich. Not able to get it to anybody in particular, and Spitznagel might have McClinsky on the ropes. Here comes McClinsky off of the crossbar and into the stratosphere. Can't hit the crossbar any squarer than that, and it went about 90 feet into the air. And we'll hold on for the pause on the out-of-play shot. Well, I'll tell you what, Liam McClinsky has certainly got a heater on him. Currently playing with the Charlotte Checkers and only has 1 point in 2 games played so far for the Pearl River New Yorkian. McClinsky's still trying to create some chances, and instead will come back over to Schelling. Schelling on the seam pass across to Galante. Galante looking to go in the corner. He scores! Anthony Galante picked the top right corner and sniped it like he's Chris Kyle. And X Hockey Products opens the scoring. It's 1-0 early in the first. You could tell Galante, once he got into the top end of the slot, he was going to have a pretty grade A chance on the Kyle Osgun. Pick the top left shoulder. And he buries it right in the top corner. Galante, it's his first goal in the 2026 season for the Stonehill College skater. And now looking quickly for the response there was Wiener, and he's not able to get it there. Bumbling and fumbling with a vulcanized rubber for Rafael Campo. He can't hold on to it. Taken back here by S.J. Lecomte. Lecomte all the way back over. Stonewalling. A great chance in front there for Konievich. Was Kyle Osgun on it once again, and now nearly off to the races once more. Here comes Heckel. Make that tie Aller. Able to get a shot on John Werber and nothing there. Back and forth we continue to go. Vermiev trying to go for the back door with the 17 of Esposito, and Esposito stonewalled by the hard wall of the end boards. Aller nearly off on his horses once again. He'll pull up trying to spin around Vermiev. A great pass over to the 7 of Burns. Burns slapping it back over to Aller. Aller back over to the 15 of Wiener. Weiner over to Aller with a howitzer, and a save is made once again by Werber, his second. Konjevich looking to drive it out. He'll get it over to Vermiev. Vermiev looking to go backdoor on it once again, and that just barely hit the net. Pinko looking to go on the backside, nothing there. Next Hockey Products continuing to set the tone here. Esposito won it, hit fans on the initial pass. Still looking for an option. Vermiev was at the left circle. Not able to grab anything there, and this will fumble all the way out into the XHP zone with 9:14 to go in period number 1. Hockey Products leads 1-0. McClinsky numbers the other way. McClinsky will get it across. Back over across to McClinsky. Nothing there. A little bit of a late pass there from Braden Heckel. Easily stonewalled there by the XHP back check. Rubin trying to gas it up. And this will be played all the way down. Into the corner it goes. McClinsky trying to give chase with Brown. Brown not able to hold on to it. McClinsky offside by a wide margin, and that will hold on for the pause. That was nearly pretty nifty play there by the 21 of Liam McClinsky, like we're talking about playing for the Charlotte Checkers of the American Hockey League. Of course, the Checkers, the farm team for the Florida Panthers, if memory serves me right. Florida looking pretty good over these last 48 hours, acquiring Brady Tkachuk in a deal with the Ottawa Senators earlier on this week. As Konjevich will get it back to Galante. Galante looking to go across. Bouncing puck. Rebound kicked out once again by Ozgun. Konjevich still looking for another friendly skater, and this will trickle all the way back down. Will this have enough legs for an icing? It will not. Walsh now down the left wing. Galante giving him the green light as a traffic director. Walsh trying to get around the whole defense, trying to get it back for Galante. He scores! Second goal of the game for Anthony Galante, and it's quickly 2-0 for XHP. They double up their lead on some sick mitts there shown by the Morganville, New Jerseyan. We'll get another look at it, and it's just been these short rush plays here for XHP that have really been the difference maker. Walsh was the one that got things started, and Galante pretty much just picked it up in the low slot this time. It's Galante looking for a natty hattie in the first 7:30 of this game. Not able to spring anything there, but this will be iced here by TGF, now trailing by 2 goals. X-Hockey Products leads 2-0. Shot 6-2 in favor of XHP. Draw one here by TGF, and CJ McGee out there for the first time tonight. We'll find it up to Drew Fortescue. Here comes Aller. Aller puts on the brakes, waits for an option. Fortescue right behind him. Fortescue nearly had it kicked off there by an XHP skater. Fortescue's not able to keep it in at the zone. It'll trickle all the way back to McGee. McGee over to Aller. Aller now waiting for some reinforcements. Dumps it back over. Anthony Calafiore not able to hold on there, and it's Anthony Galante with it once again. 2 goals tonight so far for Galante. His first pair of goals of the season so far. Why not look for a natural hat trick? He nearly drove past everybody. Could not quite get it on target, and now Fortescue on the other way, looking to respond back across. Great save. It was still on the goal line. Was that a goal? It was. Oh, I thought Werber had it in time. It just danced on the goal line. The referee says it went in. And it is going to count as a goal. Not sure who initially shot that. We'll get another look there. It may have been Ty Aller was the first one to get there. We'll get another look here. It's Fortescue across, and it was Anthony Calafiore who just snuck it in at the 11th hour to cut this lead in half. I think Nathan McKinnon would be pretty proud of that shot there for Calafiore as XHP trying to bring it back to a 2-goal lead. Nothing there, and a 3-on-1 for Team Goose. Spitznagel back across. Looking to go things on the other way was Mickey Burns, and keeping things alive there was John Werber. Spitznagel trying to get it away from Konyachev. Konyevic up to Vermiev. Vermiev in a 3-on-2 now for XHP Products. Instead, we'll look to get it back over to SJ Lecomte, and Lecomte looking to find Vermiev once again. This comes back over in front of the Prudential logo. Still trying to fight forward is Lecomte. Lecomte will take it away from Burns, trying to get things going here. Vermiev in the low slot. Vermiev trying to create some chances. Rebound did not come to anywhere in particular. Heckel has got it. He turns it over. Puck just tickles through the blue paint for a brief moment. Taken back here at the top here by XHP. Back over with it is Vermiev. Vermiev loading the gun for Esposito. Esposito surrounded by red and white jerseys. Will like to try and bank it over, and it's intercepted once again there by Camp Aminosi. We'll get things up for Burns. Burns, quick shot, short side, goes way over and out of play. Some really great release there out of Burns, coming over from the Atlanta Gladiators, the Eastern Collegiate or the East Coast Hockey League. A little bit ironic that the ECHL is based in the Garden State of New Jersey, but it took all the way, it took about 25 years, or maybe about 10 to 15. Actually, you know what, we'll say 15 to 20 years to finally get another team in the Garden State to represent. Werber with a quick shot and a quick save for the pause. We'll once again do this face-off on his right-hand side. Of course, the big story of the season, with 4:12 to go in period number 1. Just really big talk over the last couple of months really has been the Trenton Ironhawks coming in the East Coast Hockey League. One of the many new teams coming into the ECHL. The New Mexico Goatheads also coming into play, and the Augusta Lynx will be joining the league into the 27-28 season, I believe. Here's Aller down the right wing, glove side on Werber, and Werber will keep it alive, surprising everybody. Everybody on TGF thought the whistle was going to blow. Galante nearly took advantage there. Free puck taken here by XHP, right onto the tape. The 22 once again of Schelling. Quick shot, shoulder save made by Osgun. Puck comes into the near side corner. Aller driving around, make that compo. Compo up to McClinsky, back over to Aller looking for it. It's right on the goal line, they score! So 2 chances just dance right over the goal line and in the net. And Team Goose ties this game with 2 of their own. And we're back to an even game. I believe that was Rafael Campa who was the one to poke it in initially. There was another odd man rush here. It was McClinsky sending it back over across, and it was Campo getting his 4th goal of the season for the Secaucus native. And now here's Spitznagel looking for the lead, and this time the loud pillow sounding. It's the rubber going off the pads of Werber for to signal yet another stop. XHP has not had an official shot on net registered in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game, with just under 3 minutes to go in period number 1. Vermiev from the near side circle. Surveying around over the goal line. We'll get things back over across to the 11 of Konyevic. Oh, nearly another foot race on the other way, and Fortescue nearly had himself a breakaway, just a little too far out. Campo will take it around right in front of the Atlantic banner. And TGF will break out from their own side once more, or will they? Pinko doing a really aggressive job there of poke checking at the blue line. Fortescue on his own self will drive around Vermiev. Fortescue will get around Pinko. That's 2 pretty good skaters he gets around. Spitznagel, dirty dangles, not able to get a dirty goal there. That would have been quite the sequence if Spitznagel is able to finish there, but a great read out of Werber will keep this game tied. Pinko on the response, loads the gun for Vermiev. Vermiev trying to drive around. Great pad stack in there out of Ozgun. He just came across in time to make yet another save, and a couple of great goaltending moments there out of both sides. Ruben trying to make things a little bit more in the goal-scoring highlight reel with 100 seconds to go in the first period. Ruben still serving, and that one a high riser off the back glass. We continue to rumble on. Nikita Konevich sends things off of the skate of Vermiev. Vermiev is onside, a 3-on-3, loads things back over for a teammate. And that one in and out of the glove of Ozgun. He'll look to keep things going. 8-7 the shot ratio with a couple of quick saves there for Kyle Ozgun on that last sequence. Pad save made by Werber. Rebound just came back over across and taken here once again by Brown. Brown banking it just under the stick of Schelling. Icing will be waved off here as we've reached the final minute of play in period 1. Back and forth has been the name of the game, not only on the ice, but also on the score sheet. Aller chasing there on the forecheck, trying to load things on the other way for a teammate, nothing there, and now Schelling in transition, a 3-on-2 for XHP Products. Schelling up over for Galante. Galante stonewall looking for a third in the period. Trying to get it out of harm's way once again is Calafiore, and the rebound just up into the glove of Kyle Ozgun once more, and he will hold on for yet another pause. 28 and a couple ticks to go in period 1, and a 2-2 hockey game. We'll get the particulars on the other side of the intermission break. But Anthony Galante being credited with the first couple in that game. We'll see who the two goal scorers will be here in just a couple of moments. Nearly all alone, a 3-on-1. Oh, and Sam Esposito hits the side iron once more. We have 2 goals for either side, and now 2 post-hit for either side. Down to the final 10 seconds. Galante looking for a first-period hat trick. Hits it off the end wall. Final seconds will tick down. Nearly a chance for Galante if he had a little bit more time. But that'll do it for the opening 15. 2 goals for either side. We'll make it 2-2 after 15 minutes of play. We'll step aside for a few moments as you're watching the Jersey Pro League Pro Division here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Back here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey, getting ready for the second period of play between XHP Products and the Team Goose Foundation. Live here for night number 2 of week number 4 of the Jersey Pro League. Our only night of the week here for the Pro Division here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Trey Wright on the call, bringing the action all night long for both games here. We're underway for period 2 later on tonight at around 8:45 Eastern. It'll be 43 Oak taking on TopLine Hockey. The second game of the evening of tonight's doubleheader. Pinko looking to break things back over, trying to get his team back in the lead. XHP Products had the opening 2 goals in the game, both of them scored by Anthony Galante. And both of them had the primary assists, but from the 53 of Patrick Walsh, Christopher Pinko did in fact get an assist, a secondary assist, on that second goal to make it 2-0 midway through the first period. Then it was Anthony Calafiore from Drew Fortescue who got things on the board here for Team Goose Foundation, and Liam McClinsky is going to be the one who's credited with the game-tying goal. Christian Kosas, and rather that's going to be Rafael Campo, is going to be credited with that assist. Kosas will be credited on the score sheet But since he is wearing 13 tonight, Rafael Campo will be the one that is credited with the assist here on the broadcast. Konjevic thought about going for the Michigan for a brief moment. And George Weiner will take that away from him for a moment. Braden Heckel in a 2-on-1 now for TGF. Here's Drew Fortescue off the iron once again. And up out of play once again. The third piece of iron hit in this game in total. And the second piece hit by Team Goose Foundation. Not as wicked of a shot as Liam McClinsky had back midway through the first period, but Fortescue had the goaltender beat. Sometimes you just can't beat the frame of the 4x6. Brown slaps it over to Galante, and he'll chip it over to Ilya Gavyatovich. Not able to keep things there was X-Hockey Products, taken here by Greg Spitznagel. Spitznagel, windmill dekes around one player, was looking to go backhander. Not a whole lot of daylight, but not a whole lot of shot there either. Burns finds it in the corner, trying to get around Brown, and not able to hold up there was Weiner at the point. Weiner's going to have to track all the way back home, right in front of his goaltender of Osgun. 13-13 to go in period number 2. Still tied at 2. Burns kicks it off of his skate. Coming back over across with it once again is Aller. Aller trying to get it back over to Burns, and Spitznagel is looking to clean things up. Not able to get anything on. CJ McGee sends it in. Schelling trying to find it back. He and Spitznagel will pinball with the vulcanized rubber for a moment. Joining the fray once again is Aller. And this is rimmed all the way around for Rubin, who will quickly chip it back over. It's turned aside, taken here by Brown. Brown spins away from Burns. Burns nearly blowing a tire right there in the far circle, and Brown trying to chip it away. Nobody was home for XHP, and it's intercepted by Spitznagel. Fortunately for X-Hockey Products, nobody was home for Spitznagel to pass it to for what could have been a wide open chance. And Brown will wisely take it himself this time. He'll chip it off of the back end of Schelling's stick. And Schelling now with it. Schelling and Spitznagel fighting for the puck. Schelling still with the vulcanized rubber as Mickey Burns trying to slash it away from him. Schelling was finally able to dish it out, but it was intercepted by a player in red. Rubin has got it once again, this time at the near side boards. Seam pass across over to Burns. Burns trying to go backdoor across to McGee, and once again, nothing there. Yevatovic with it. The Belarusian playing double duty this week will take it himself down the left wing. Sends it off of Osgun, and Osgun will hold on for the pause once more. A lot of twos on the scoreboard. 12-14 the shots right now in favor of Team Goose, who took a little bit to come alive after that first period. Surrendering 2 goals in the opening half of period number 1 and getting 2 goals himself in the back half. It wasn't really, if you think about a tale of 2 periods in that first period, not too sure what to make of this period just yet. Nearly a goal for TGF would be their 3rd straight in a row. McClinsky near side, knifing with it with Pinko. Backhanded out there once again by Heckel. Walsh back to Vermiev. Vermiev will get it back over to Konjevic. Konjevic intercepted there in his own end. Wheeled out once again by Weiner. Weiner finds McClinsky. McClinsky will try to dance it around, intercepted by Vermiev. Vermiev gets around the defense. Vermiev in a 2-on-1. Gleb Vermiev across. Great transition save out of Osgun. Waffle boards a great chance there for Esposito. Esposito on it once more, trying to get things back over to Vermiev. Vermiev played with the Bridgeport Islanders last year, who was being rebranded and relocated to Hamilton, Ontario. Will be a part of the Hamilton Hammers later on next season. Nothing there, and Vermiev, speaking of the devil, all by his lonesome. Great back check there for Team Goose. And a great back check by John Campomenosi, setting up Drew Fortescue. Off to the races, Fortescue and a 3-on-0, dancing it back, they score! A 3-on-0 for a third consecutive goal. Braden Heckel the one to send things home. And it's 3-2 for the Geese. Just under 10 minutes to go. You take a look at that 3-on-0. Spitznagel wisely just dumping it across. And Heckel, all by his lonesome, will just get it over for another great goal. And the third consecutive in this game for TGF, and they have really come alive. And this seems to be the week where teams that have been undefeated having some trouble here. This skips all the way out. Another foot race on the other way. This time it's Ty Aller. Aller with the defense right around him, and he shanks it wide. He felt the pressure from Julian Brown on his backside there as he had him breathing down his neck. Fortescue on it once more, trying to get things over for Aller. A little miscommunication, saying thank you very much for the puck is Galante. Galante now still looking for a hat trick. He's got the only 2 goals for his team so far. Ryan Schelling trying to change things. Rebound, it's loose right in the blue paint. Nobody could poke it home in the low slot, and Fortescue on it once again. Fortescue, well, this time will find Rubin. Back over, top of the point for Spitznagel. Aller's pass just way too hard on the shot. Couldn't quite get it over to McGee. Walsh will get it out of harm's way onto the tape once more of Galante. 8:33 to go in period number 2. And it's been all Team Goose the last part of this game by the looks of it. Here's McGee all alone, and Werber got a piece of it as that went wide. And we'll get a whistle here. I believe that may have gone out of play. I believe it did go out of play for the moment, so we'll have another face-off right in the X-Hockey Products end of the ice. XHP wearing their New York Rangers-inspired blue jerseys. The red belt stripe and the white bottom part of the jersey, and X-Hockey Products wearing their red jerseys. Here comes Christopher Pinko. Off to the races comes the double nickel. Looking to put one on a dime of Oskin. Oskin makes the save. Vermiev not able to hold on with the rebound. Kyle Osgun has stared down the barrel of a gun of a couple of different XHP skaters tonight. He has stood tall, and his team has rewarded him with 3 straight. A 3-on-1 once again. Yavatovic this time trying to get things over to Vermiev. Backhanded it himself, not able to get anything past Osgun, and even numbers the other way in a 2-on-2. Good stick movement there by Calafiore. Back over across and taken down Vermiev. Stick in the midsection, no call on the play. Still the puck is live. Werber will cover up. And Gleb Vermiev, along with the whole X-Hockey Products bench, was looking for a tripping goal, a hook, anything there. And he got taken down like Moby Dick. Pretty sure Moby Dick takes place in New England. Then again, he doesn't play for a Hartford Whalers team. He played for the Bridgeport Islanders. I don't know if there's any Whales up in Hamilton, Ontario. But either way, potential missed call. We'll have to see if we'll get a makeup call here from the referees. And Spitznagel, rather, that was Rubin. He just got clotheslined by Vermiev. Rebound off the post once again. Gleb Vermiev. He has been all over the ice in the commentary waves. Hits the iron, the 4th piece now, and twice is nice. Not so nice in this case, but 2 times now for each side the iron has been pinged off of. Schelling won the draw initially, and we're going to do this again. Well, we're past the halfway point in this game, so you can cue the Bon Jovi. We're halfway there. Doesn't look like either of these teams are winging on a prayer right now. Team Goose, however, has had the ices tilted in their favor. Julian Brown trying to get his team back level pegging. Save made by Ozgun, still looking for that first win of the season. Jake Brown, the other goaltender, with some wins, and now Vermiev, speak of the darn devil once again, ties the game at 3. Just under the glove side of Ozgun, and it's 3 apiece. Twelfth point on the season for Gleb Vermiev. We take another look at it. Vermiev, you're going to see him pop in, high slot, fed, delivered, tie game. So we are back to level pegging, 3 apiece, past the halfway point of this game. And now looking to go back ahead once again on the other way. McGee was looking for a highlight reel chance. Nothing there. Odd numbers the other way. This time Brown. Esposito to his right. Brown over across Esposito. Off the iron once again. Back over collecting on the rebound. They score this time. It's S.J. Lecomte who collected a wild howitzer of a rebound off the post. He fools everybody. And X-Hockey Products, 2 quick goals back out in front. Oh boy, what a sequence. We're going to look at this in full. Great chance off the iron. Everybody thought it had went in. Lecomte cleans up the rebound and scores. That is JPL hockey, baby. And X-Hockey Products, 2 goals, 43 seconds apart. Retake the lead and nearly went up by 2 once again. So it was nearly the first goal of the night for Sam Esposito. Turns into the first goal for S.J. Lecomte. And it's 4-3 just in the snap of a finger like that. Schelling looking to make it 5-3. Esposito on it once again. He's trying not to hit the crossbar. 5 pings. 3 of them belong to X-Hockey Products, but they have the lead, so it's not stinging too much. Walsh all alone in the high slot. It just deflects wide into the glass by Ozgun. Lecomte not able to find anybody. Brown will chase all the way back for it. Fresh legs getting ready to get on here for wholesale line changes for either side. Ryan Schelling will remain on. Over at the left wing with it, it's looking for a fresh stick. Belong to Pat Walsh. Walsh looking to go in the low slot. Nobody was ready for it for XHP. Walsh will collect it over to Galante. Galante, 2 goals already tonight. Back over to Schelling. Schelling, the lone skater remaining on after that shift for X-Hockey Products. Kind of quarterbacking things right now. Yavatovic will step on here for XHP. He's trying to stick it away from McClinsky. Nothing there. McClinsky loads things up for Spitznagel. Spitznagel in a partial 2-on-2. Winding around. You got the Jaws theme playing here whenever Greg Spitznagel's got the vulcanized rubber. McClinsky across, tied up in the backdoor slot there was a Team Goose skater. Vermiev on it once more. Vermiev not able to get around the defense. Trying to get an aggressive forecheck there, however. Not able to gain anything just yet. Still looking to get his team up by 2. Once again, here's Ilya Yavatovic just off of the glove and over the crossbar of Ozgun. Nearly had his first of the week for the New Jersey Colonial 16U AAA head coach. Yavatovic not able to get it across. This will eventually find Konjevic. Konjevic to Vermiev. Vermiev a little too hot to handle, and it's quickly taken here once more by Weiner. Weiner from McClinsky all alone, looking to go backhander, top cheese, nothing there. Rebound came right back over across, and nearly dinking it in there was Anthony Calafiore. Some great chances on both ends of this sheet of ice. Konjevic wants his potential highlight reel chance, and that one just off the side of the net. Rebound came back over. Ozgun makes the save. 185 seconds to go in the second period, and it has been a good one. Only 2 goals have been scored in the second period. 3 goals, I should say. Nearly a 4th there for TGF to get back to level pegging. Brown with it once more. Vermiev, 1 goal already in this period. finding an option. He's got Yevatovic. Yevatovic will find Galante, and Galante trying to get back on the score sheet for the first time since the first period. Taken here by Hudson Salvatore. I got Ryan Sordillo, I believe. Sordillo, I believe, is the old school XHP jersey, if memory serves me right, from the locker room. 2:15 to go. Brown, near side circle. Sordillo will create a little bit of space for Julian Brown. Sordillo won it. Top end of the zone. Knifing his way through the defense. Sets up Christopher Pinko, and a quick poke check there by Cam Pominosi will take things over. Cam Pominosi with a check. Here's Pinko on it once again. Vermia from one knee, and Ozgun robs him. Oh boy. Kyle Ozgun saw, conquered that puck, and he robs the Hamilton Hammer to keep his team only down by one. We're talking about some great goaltending in this game. Kyle Ozgun has come up big for the NCAA Division III goaltender, taking down what could be a future star in the National Hockey League. That one just over the crossbar. And you know what? We could see Vermiev play as a tip right at the doorstep. Ozgun got the initial save. He got the rebound with the glove, too. Kyle Ozgun has come to play, and he knows what's on the line. He is trying to get that first win of the season in week 5. In week 4, I should say, game number 5 of the year. About 80 seconds to go in the period. Esposito now at the right side. Left side circle. Gets for Lecomte. Lecomte, 1 goal already tonight. Esposito still looking for his first. 67 seconds now to go in the second period. We're going to batten down the hatches for what's going to be a great final third period. Looking for the game tire. Once again, it's Fortescue trying to get things for Heckel. Heckel's shot just slices wide. Pinko now trying to keep it away, trying to take it away there, I should say, from Rafael Campo. Under a minute now to go. Now 42 seconds and change to go in period number 2. Julian Brown has it in his own end, and he's going to wheel and deal down the left wing. Screaming down the left wing. He gets it intercepted there from Burns. Burns takes it away. Burns on his low sum. That pass intercepted by Esposito. Esposito nearly turned it over to Fortescue, and a great poke check by Sordillo will keep things partially alive. 15 now to go in period 2. Both teams looking for one final chance here. Pinko on the outside part of the rink. Aller will stick it away from him. Back out in the neutral zone it comes. Walsh just trying to play keep away for the final 3 seconds. He will do so. And we will go into the third period with X Hockey Products with the advantage. Not a big one. 4-3 your score after 30 minutes of play. We'll be back for the final 15 here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting in just a smidge of time. Back here for the final third period of play between X Hockey Products and the Team Goose Foundation, live from the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey. Getting ready to kick things off here for the final 15. With what has been a really close back-and-forth game between XHP and TGF coming into tonight. X Hockey Products currently has the advantage by only a single goal. And we'll get the particulars from that second period of play. Only 3 goals scored. 2 of them belonging to X Hockey Products, but it was the 8 of Braden Heckel, who got the goal scoring started in that second period with Drew Fortescue just a minute into the frame. But it was that third goal is going to be credited to Anthony Galante. That should be credited to Gleb Vermiev, however. Christopher Pinko and Sam Esposito getting the assists on that. So right now, based on the scoring, Anthony Galante does have a hat trick. S.J. Lecomte right now with a go-ahead goal halfway through that period. Ryan Schelling, the only assist on that red light. So it's under 15 minutes to go in regulation. And Team Goose Foundation trailing by a goal, and they're trying to avoid what has been an unfortunate statistic for them. The only team in the Jersey Pro League that has lost not only one game in the shootout, but 2 games. They're 1-1-2 here to start this season. Vermiev looking to go backdoor. Schelling looking for the baseball bat. He's looking to try and be like Aaron Judge in April and look like Aaron Judge in October. And now McClinsky on it once again. Here's McClinsky. He was trying to go for a partial Kucherov goal. And it just steered it a little bit wide there for the Charlotte Checker. Pinko giving chase on the right wing. Slaps it back to Schelling. Schelling not able to get around 2 defensemen. Taken out there by Spitznagel. And it's wheeled out here by Calafiore. Calafiore back on the other way, and sending it wide was the 15 of Weiner. Pinko on the other direction in response, and a save is made by Osgun. Really very little neutral zone play for either side. It has been shoot at the net and see what happens for pretty much the entirety of this game thus far. Vermiev had the game tire. Gets it over to Pinko. Pinko has been on the score sheet with a couple assists here tonight. Got it up to Galante, right now being credited with 3 goals. Lecomte with a go-ahead. Looking to send things over, looking for the turnaround chance for the true third goal tonight was Galante, and he wasn't able to get anything. Setting it up was Brown, not able to hold on the back check, and that trickles wide. That was once again Calafiore. Very aggressive on that rush. Not able to drive in. This one is stick-tapped here by an XHP skater to negate the icing by Yavatovic. Yavatovic has got it at the near side corner. Trying to get it over to Galante. Will find Brown. Brown trying to toe the blue line. Finds Sordillo. Sordillo trying to find it over. Rebound came over. They score! S.J. Lecomte 2 in a row to make it 5-3 for X Hockey Products, and they've got the cushion right back under their bums. That was the real first time in the last probably 10 minutes or so of this game that we saw some really great zone play there. It all resulted with Lecomte found it right in the low slot and just puts it upper decky where Mama pops Rosini's to make it 5-3. Trying to get things back over in to at least a little bit of favor there is Team Goose. Here's Ruben all alone and just sent it off the glove of Werber. Still there's some chaos down at the goal line at the left side circle. All alone by his lonesome is Campo. Trying to get it there is McGee. Ruben will bank it back across to Aller. Taken here by Galante. Trying to find it up for Ilya Yavatovic. Yavatovic in a 2-on-1. Takes it himself off and in and out of the glove of Osgun, who will hold on for the pause. And Yavatovic saying, hey, I didn't mean to jam at it with the free puck. Making sure he's all right, and we'll pause here. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen some players from both the 43 Oak Foundation and TopLine Hockey watching as these guys will battle it down to the end with 11:40 to go in the third period. Second game of the night between 43 Oak and TLH will take place here later on tonight at 8:45 Eastern right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, your home for the Jersey Pro League all season long. We once again thank everybody for tuning into every single broadcast this season of the JPL, season number 5. Season number 4, I should say, of the JPL, our coverage here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Season 6 for the JPL proper as a league. And we have been so blessed here with BSB to be a part of the rapid growth of this league. Heckel, make that Campo, was not able to drive in to try and bring his team back by a goal, but the growth of this league has been incredible over just the last 4 years in general. You go back to the summer of 2023, 4 teams in the Pro Division and 4 teams in the Club Division. Pinko looking to slap things back over across to Walsh, and a little too hot to handle there for him. 4 teams in each division. And you go over here, the teams have doubled in the Club Division. And the amount of skaters we have in the Club Division is that one. Once again, nearly taken down there was Nikita Konevich. And the XHP bench wanted a call. Schelling has got it once again. Dropping it back. Walsh trying to find Schelling once more. Schelling not able to get it back to Sordillo. And Weiner will have it, banks it off of the wall, and a 2-on-0 turns into a 2-on-1. Across, not able to drive in, was Heckel. But just how much the Jersey Pro League has grown in the last 4 years alone, ever since our first season with the JPL back in the summer of 2023, here in the summer of 2026. So many great names, so many great faces. Looking to go between the legs was Burns, and Werber will say enough of that nonsense, and will cover up as Mickey Burns has lost his stick in his skates. Don't see that pretty often, but he got twisted up himself. Trying to twist through the back check and try and get his team back within 1. It's hard to believe that we're already rapidly approaching the midway point of the season for JPL. This 2026 season, already the first week of July. Next week, it's the last full complete week of June here this week, as we're on the 23rd. Pretty much all professional hockey and sanctioned hockey has come to a close. The NHL closed their season with the Carolina Hurricanes getting their 2nd Stanley Cup in franchise history. Bumbling and fumbling that just wide of the net there once again was Mickey Burns, and he wasn't able to get things over, but Michael Rubin has got it. Klinsky just keeps it in at the blue line, refeeds it back out into the neutral, into the offensive zone. This one taps off the top of the glass, but remains in play. And Brown will have it in his own end. Like we're talking about, the Hurricanes got their 2nd Stanley Cup in franchise history. The Toronto Marlies finally bring a hockey championship back to Toronto for the first time in nearly 60 years. Wasn't with the Maple Leafs, however. And, of course, the Florida Everblades taking home the ECHL crown, the top 3 divisions, and the NHL ladder. I believe the USHL might have their championship series still going on, and the Maryland Black Bears taking home the North American League champion for the Null. Trying to remember who the NCDC champion was. Klinsky with a drive off the pads of Werber. And you can see he's a little bit frustrated as he whacks the end wall there with a stick. Don't want to do that because that'll likely cost you about $300. Potential 3-on-1 for TGF turns into a 3-on-2 on a great back check from Galante. Fortescue. Another back check taken here by Spitznagel. Right at the doorstep. Somehow it stayed out. John Werber, I think he got a piece of that with the back end of the skate, and it remains a 5-3 game, just shy of halfway. Fermiev for Pinko, and a game-saving save there, potentially for Ozgun. Konyachev now with it at the other side. Loads things up for Walsh. Walsh and Konyachev will play catch with it now. Konyachev back over to Walsh, and Walsh will just stick it back over to Pinko. Back to Walsh quarterbacking this play. Pinko now recycles to the top of the zone, drives around Spitznagel, puts it on! Another piece of iron hit! We've got a touchdown of pieces of iron pinged off here in Newark tonight. 6 ironclad shots here tonight. Nearly yet, I believe that was for the 4th time for X Hockey Products, but they still lead by 2. TGF on the other way, and that one just sticked aside by Werber. Past the halfway point, in period 3, a 2-on-1. Walsh across, Schelling with it, he scores! From down on one knee, and it did ping off the iron for a 7th time. But this time it ends up in the back of the net, hitting all three posts, and Ryan Schelling with some style brings the lead up to 3. And we'll look at it once again. Another odd man rush here, and this has just been odd man rush city throughout the night. Pinko across, Schelling from one knee. Snipes it upper decky. Well, Mama hides her cookies. The largest lead of the night for X-Hockey Products. Heckel trying to get his team back within the contest. Still a lot of time to go. Plenty of time for 3 goals to be scored. Pinko just trying to get things up to a potentially 4-goal lead. This is X-Hockey Products' largest lead of the night so far. Just goes to show how close of a game this was, but the dam might finally be beginning to break here for Team Goose. Seen Kyle Osgood make some really great saves, but 32 shots on goal for X-Hockey Products compared to the 25 for Team Goose. Schelling on it once again, and this time he'll score once more. 2 consecutive goals for Ryan Schelling. This time he takes things to Dangle City, and it's 7-3 up by 4 as X-Hockey Products. That could be the doornail. Ryan Schelling has been on a heater tonight. Sends it through everybody, crashed in. And with 5:43 to go, the mountaintop continues to get higher and higher for Team Goose. You probably go back to a couple of really good chances they had where they send things off the pipe. McClinsky on it once more. Sends it a little too high once again. I thought he was going to hit the pipe once more. Another chance here, close in front, not able to get that there was Konevich. Lecomte with 2 goals tonight. First one assisted by Ryan Schelling, and currently the go-ahead goal in this game scored late in that second period. 5 minutes to go at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House for game number 1, as Lecomte's looking for the hat-trick pad save made by Osgood. Skitters all the way to the referee's crease. And dumped in once again by Walsh. And this will be an icing by technicality, I believe. And it will be. .435 to go in regulation, in need of 4 goals. Is Team Goose Foundation. They have played admirably and even had the lead at one point in the game. Well, they led 3-2. But ever since then, it has been 5 consecutive goals for X-Hockey Products, and they have routed their way back up to the front end, and this is without the majority of their roster. You look at all the guys that are out of the lineup here, guys like Brandon Less, Alex Whalen, who just had a kid. Congratulations to him and his significant other. Hudson Gorski, Greg Leotard, they're out of the lineup. Aaron Menedian also out tonight. Same thing with Hudson Salvador. It's really been these young guns that have come into play here tonight. John Werber steering them in the right direction as he makes another save. Save number 24 on the evening. 3:39 to go in the period, and this one will just snooker right through. And there's one for the comeback, 3 to go. We're not done yet here in Newark. I believe that may have been Greg Spitznagel who put that one home. We'll take a look and see who it was. Actually, mark that down for Anthony Calafiore. Will finally get the 4th goal of the game for Team Goose. Their first goal in quite some time, ever since the first minute of the second period. Vermiev looking for another one. Sticked aside once more by Osgun. With 3:10 to go in regulation, if Team Goose gets another quick one here, this could really change how the things are going to go. McGee was not able to hold on to it. Another odd man rush for Hockey Products. Vermiev across. Schelling looking for the hat trick. And Osgun had the initial save, and it goes in. Oh, Ryan Schelling shot it right into the glove of Osgun, but a little too hot to handle. And Ryan Schelling with a natty hattie to potentially put the game out of reach for Team Goose with 2:51 to go in the third. And this one had some heat on it. Look at that shot from Schelling. Had it initially, but it just fell out of his glove as he tried to play it, I believe. And that might be the point where this game has arrived on ice. He could potentially stick a pitchfork in this game, as Don LaGreca would say here for the New Jersey Devils broadcaster. But for us here at BSB, I think the fat lady might be beginning to warm up her pipes here to try and sing things out. The 8-4 lead for Hockey Products, 2:20 to go in regulation. And time not on the side for Team Goose. It looks like they will fall down to 1-2-2 on the season. Still some time left, and nearly Galante put in his own net. Galante is credited with a hat trick right now, but that third goal was scored by Gleb Vermiev. So I have to see if Galante is able to get a hat trick here tonight. Incredibly enough, Ryan Schelling, who came into tonight with only 1 goal on the season for the Dartmouth skater, has 3 on the evening, including a couple of assists. I believe he's got 5 points on the night, if memory serves me right. Pretty good banner night for Ryan Schelling with 100 seconds to go in the third. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist, so he's got 4 points on the night so far. Shot from Galante into the glove once again. With under 90 seconds to go, we'll get some of the particulars from this third period of play. S.J. Lecomte got the goal scoring started, ended in that second period with Ryan Schelling getting the assist. And the plethora of goals that we've had in this third period. S.J. Lecomte got the first, Anthony Galante, and the 7 of Mickey Burns with the 2 assists on that play. And Ryan Schelling with his first of 3 goals on the night. Nikita Konevich and Christopher Pinko, the assists on that first goal. Pinko just got the assist on the second goal. Werber will hold up for the pause with exactly 67 seconds to go. Thought the clock was going to stop at 69, but we'll get the other meme number as well, the more current meme number, I guess. Vermiev off to the races, down to the final minute of play. Vermiev looking to officially put this game on ice. He'll do so. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to behalf of Gleb Vermiev, Elvis has officially left the building and will officially get ready for Game 2. Vermiev with his second of the night, and just a great poke check there by Lecomte. Right at the blue line, and Vermiev off on his lonesome, goes 5-hole on Osgun for his second of the night. With 45 seconds to go in the game, and with a 5-goal lead, their biggest of the night here for Hockey Products, they potentially won double digits, and Nikita Konevich might get him there, and he will. Dirty dangles out of Konevich, and just shy of 30 seconds to go in regulation. Hitting the double-digit mark is Hockey Products. And this will certainly boost their goal differential in the right direction, up by a touchdown. And we will go to running clock here for the remainder of regulation. Here's Nikita Konevich getting his first of the night. This one skitters all the way down the length of the ice. Werber will hold on to it. Nobody in red and white giving chase. Final seconds will tick down. And a perfect 5-0 to start the 2026 summer season for Hockey Products. They take down Team Goose Foundation 10-4, your final score. Ryan Schelling, 3 goals on the night. Gleb Vermiev and Anthony Galante, 2 apiece for those 2. And we will step aside for a few moments after our opening game of the night coming up in about 15 minutes time here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. More like 20 minutes time. It'll be our second half of our back-to-back tonight between TopLine Hockey and the 43 Oak Foundation. Puck drop at around 8:45 Eastern right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. But on behalf of our entire crew here tonight, my name is Trey Wright, saying so long for now from Newark. We're back in 20 minutes time for Game 2 between 43 Oak and TopLine Hockey here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And we're back for the second half of tonight's doubleheader here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey. The start of game number 2 of the night for the Jersey Pro League Pro Division doubleheader. Tonight, 43 Oak will take on TopLine Hockey Foundation in the back end of tonight's doubleheader here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. My name is once again Trey Wright. Plenty of new skaters on both of these rosters. Plenty of changes once again with 62 seconds to go. And before we'll get underway for period number 1 of tonight's game, taking a look earlier, just about 10 minutes ago, between X-Hockey Products and Team Goose Foundation. It was a back-and-forth close game up until the third period when XHP ran away with the contest to win 10-4 over Team Goose Foundation. Taking a look at some of the rosters we've got here tonight. Some sub-players on TopLine Hockey. In fact, we've got about 4 of them, 5 of them I should say, counting on my list. We do have some returning guys like Brian Lonergan out here for TopLine Hockey. We've got 3 Gates. We got the Crazy Gates out on the ice here tonight. Same thing with the 13 of Dante Rodriguez, wearing the 13 instead of his 17 for the St. Cloud Norseman null skater. Final 10 seconds before we'll get things underway. We'd like to thank everybody once again for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of the Jersey Pro League all season long, and especially here tonight for night number 2 of week number 4 of the JPL season. As we are ready to get underway. Taking a look at the goaltending matchups here tonight. No surprise to see these 2 netminders that have been longtime stalwarts of the Jersey Pro League. Of course, Jason Kai has been here nearly since we've started broadcasting here for the JPL, all the way back in 2023. Currently 0-4 on the season. Has the same record as his team for the 43 Oak Foundation. Still looking for their first win of 2026. Basking Ridge, New Jerseyan, posting a goals against average of 9.75 and a 78 dead even save percentage. Compared to Dan Moore, 3-1 on the season for the Omaha Nebraskan and the current Princeton Tigers starting goaltender. 4.5 GAA and an 87.9 save percentage for the top line goaltender. With everything all situated here in just a few moments, taking a look at some of the substitute players for TopLine Hockey. Wearing the Don Bosco Prep blank jersey is going to be Chris Conklin. And wearing the 8s here tonight are going to be Lucas Zimovchak, Vinny Capano, and Will Brown. We'll try and figure out which number 8 it is. Ryan Serlin will be wearing 19, and I believe another blank jersey for TopLine Hockey will be the Mercer Chiefs' very own Brent Beswick. And a handful of substitutes for the 43 Oak Foundation as well. Will White will be wearing the number 85, originally slotted for Nick DeCidrio, who will be wearing 9. Matt DeCidrio will be wearing 19. Peyton Miller will be wearing 27. Romeo Terrain will be wearing 8. Justin Solove in 26. Matt Brown will be wearing 21. And Emilio Bedoya will also be out on the ice as well. We'll try and figure out which jersey number he'll be wearing here in just a few moments, but it's getting ready and we're time for game number 2 of the night. It's underway. The face-off is won here by TopLine Hockey, trying to drive things out, and that one just nearly going over the top end. Net comes off its moorings right behind Jason Kai, wearing the 31 here tonight. It was a color rush game earlier on between Team Goose Foundation and X-Hockey Products. Here tonight, it's a little bit noir. The black and white jerseys. Black jerseys for the 43 Oak Foundation and the white jerseys for TopLine Hockey. Trying to wheel and deal. It is TopLine. That was the 6 of Sky Silverstone. Make that the 8 of Romeo Terrain, I believe. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong roster. That was Lucas Zimovchak, one of the 3 8s on the ice. Trying to stick it in there was Zimovchak. We'll get things all situated as the game progresses. Brent Beswick trying to do some nifty little stick handling there. Taken there once again, and that one up into the glove of Kai. And he'll hold on for the pause once more. Just shy of 1 minute gone in period number 1, and already 1 shot and 1 save listed for Jason Kai. Dan Moore on the other side of the ice. Both goaltenders wearing identical jerseys. Dan Moore, of course, you can see his kit from the from outer space with the bright neon orange of the Princeton University Tigers. Here's Matt Brown, dancing around, trying to find Thomas Zacco in 34. Brown right at the doorstep was trying to load things up once there for Peyton Miller. Zacco trying to stick it away from the 13 of Dante Rodriguez, like we're talking about coming over from the St. Cloud Norsemen. Wheeling it out of here is 43 Oak, and Oak will try and clear things out on the other way. Here comes Oak, dancing around, trying to get things over. Rebound came right back over. Taken here and nearly slapped in by Ryan Luco, I believe that was. Rather, that's Justin Solove wearing 26. You can tell by the Harvard NCAA pants and socks that he's wearing for the deep crimson pants. Shot and score. So less than 2 minutes into the game, TopLine Hockey will open the scoring. It's either Luka Zimovchak, Vinny Capano, or Will Brown. One of the three. We'll see who will get the initial credit for it. Crazy Eight certainly on the ice, and we'll get a look at the replay. We'll see and try and decipher which 8 jersey it was. I believe that may have been Will Brown. Actually, from here, that looks like Vinny Capano, so I believe that was Capano who scored. Capano trying to quickly take it away and wheel and deal once more with Will White. White in his own end, turns it over. Capano now with it. Trying to drop it back once again for Rodriguez. This one sticked into the corner and giving chase on the other way is Romeo Terrain. Another Nick DeCidrio wearing 9. Trying to grab it there once again. Taken away by Brent Beswick wearing 7, actually. And now a 3-on-1 here for 43 Oak, trying to tie the game. Looking to go across, and Moore got a piece of it. That was Solove who just hooked it wide. Slap shot from the far point. That was Peyton Miller who sent it way wide. Rodriguez on it. We'll flip it over to Nate Beinstock, and Beinstock coming over from the Bobcats of Quinnipiac University. We'll put it right on the tape of a teammate. Back over to Beinstock it goes. Beinstock will turn it over. Will White has got it. White trying to spring Zacco all alone. It's a foot race the other way and a breakaway. Zacco won. He scores! Thomas Zacco popping the bottle rocket to orbit, and it's 1-1 as Oak ties the game. Quick snapshot for Zacco going just underneath the glove of Moore. We'll get another look at this replay in just a quick chance. A 2-on-0. So Thomas Zacco with his 3rd of the season for the Merrimack Warrior. Terrain will put on the brakes on the other side. And 43 Oak has tied this game 3 shots and 1 goal apiece. Terrain has it. Sends it back over to the 21 of Brown. Brown trying to drive through everybody. Very own Sam Wismer doing a highlight reel on Remy Parker here tonight. But he and Matt Brown coming over. Another couple of stalwarts from the Jersey Pro League, and a quick chance steered aside by Jason Kai. Both goaltenders have been tested, both of them saving 2/3 the shots faced. Although Kai currently has the edge in that category, saving 3 shots so far. Trying to flip it around here is TopLine Hockey and trying to get the lead right back in their possession. Dancing around, Zacco in his own area. Nearly had it flipped out. That one kicked right back into the area. Trying to grab it here, the 19 of Ryan Serlin. Zacco with plenty of speed. Zacco trying to get around everybody in white. Not able to do so there. Flipped over and flying in is TopLine Hockey. On it once more. Great shot and a great goal. And a great, beautiful drive in there. That was Lukas Zimovchak. Scored beautifully. to bring his team back up by 1. We'll get another look at it as both 8s, or rather 2/3 of the players wearing 8 on the roster here tonight have scored. You can tell that is Zamovchak based on the Danbury Junior hat tricks kit that he has, particularly the helmet and the gloves with the orange Bauer logo. Zamovchak trying to chase after it once again, taken back by Lonergan, and Lonergan is intercepted there by Solovey. Solovey will get it out of his own end. Here comes Miller, screaming, streaking down the right side, trying to get it back to Solovey. That's poked out into the neutral zone. Wheeling it back over on the other way once more is 43 Oak. Miller trying to find it back over to Brown. Brown, the former Lehigh Valley Phantom, current player for the Fort Wayne Comets. Just coming over from the Eastern ECHL. As the Comets had a relatively deep run in the playoffs. Right on the doorstep, Moore had to dance away out of the way. And that just remained out of the cage as he was shifting around there. Banking it off the wall was an Oak skater. Coming back over and dumping it in. That's going to be Emilia Bedoya. He's going to be wearing 83 here tonight. Plenty of jersey reassignments and corrections here, and a potential 2-on-1 for TopLine on the other wing. Feinstock loading up things for Zamovchak. Zamovchak with 1 goal already tonight. Right now the go-ahead goal. Instead he'll turn it over. And a 2-on-0 on the other direction. Here's Oak. Solovey across. Back over. Solovey shoots. He scores! Tic-tac-toe between Justin Solovey and Emilia Bedoya results in the game-tying goal once again. Solovey goes top shelf for the equalizer. Second goal of the season for Justin Solovey as he lights the lamp crimson. And we're on level pegging once again. Feinstock wins the faceoff off the draw. We'll find Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the far side trying to send things in. It's in the back of the net and they score. You want to talk about a back and forth start for this game. That's what we've got here. I believe that may have been an own goal, however. We'll take another look at it. There was a little miscommunication and couldn't quite tell who's going to get credit with the goal. Capano on the left wing. Trying to steer it aside, and this goes back out into the neutral zone. Capano to give chase with the 9 of Nick DeCidrio right behind him. Dancing around everybody, Will Brown, the other 8. So Brown is in the main 8. He looks to go top shelf where Mama Pops or Zinnies. And it's a foot race on the other way. Here comes Oak looking for the go-ahead goal. Moore makes a stop. Rebound jammed right back over. He's trying to get it out. He will. Dan Moore has had to stand on his head early on in this contest. Has 43 Oak getting very aggressive. Nearly a chance for Bedoya. He's not able to get it around anybody. Back on the other way. Terrain will keep it in. Dances out the right wing side trying to find Zacco to look for Zacco's second of the game. This will come back to DeCidrio, who'll get it back for Terrain. Terrain just getting onside was Bedoya, and this will actually be offsides by the looks of it. And we'll get a face-off right in the neutral zone, right in front of the FW Web Company logo. Five goals already in this game scored, and we're just past the halfway point of the first period. It has been a wild game to start off things, to say things easily. Kai will stick that shot away from a crashing 19 of Ryan Serlin. Back out into neutral it comes. Trying to wheel and deal on the other way is TopLine. Shot across. Serlin not able to try and go backdoor. Taken here by Lonergan. He'll turn it over to Terrain. Terrain trying to find a friendly skater, and he'll do so. Turning it over nearly there. And now Oak will take it back the other direction in a 3-on-2, potentially a 4-on-2 for 43 Oak. Zacco trying to play keep away there from a skater. That was from Brian Lonergan in 2. You can tell by the brown and orange Bowling Green State University shell that he's got on. Zacco in the Merrimack shell wearing 34. Got things back over to a teammate. Miller tried to load the gun up for Desidrio. Nothing there. 43 Oak has controlled the majority of the start of this game. They're currently trailing 3-2. Thanks to some of the really great rush chances we have seen early on here from TopLine Hockey. Of course, TopLine comes into tonight second place in the Pro Division, a 3-1 record. 43 Oak still looking for that first win of the season, 0-4 to start the opening 3 weeks of competition here for the JPL Pro Division. Serlin stick this one aside. Rebound came back over. Miller trying to get it back over to Solove, and Solove with some good moves. Stick broke. Solove loads the gun for Miller, and that one off of the stick of Moore. That was nearly another really great connection there by 2 Oak skaters. This one just out of the reach of Solove, and he's not able to tap it off for the icing. And a really good chance for both NCAA skaters. Of course, we talked about Justin Solove playing for Harvard. And Peyton Miller, who has come in here from nearby Flemington, New Jersey, just an hour north on 78 and 202. Of course, the base of operations in Flemington, New Jersey. Krilla Pascal and Colton Reynolds are 2 founders of BSBR, and I'm about 10 minutes away from Flemington myself over in Ashannock Station. So familiar face from a familiar town for Peyton Miller, currently playing for Endicott College in the NCAA D3 ranks, and right on cue, he scores! Peyton Miller will tie the game once again for 43 Oak, and we are once more on level pegging. You talk about a player for long enough, they're bound to do something on the ice, and the Endicott skater will tie things up at 3. Zamovchak now in the high slot. 3 goals for either side under 5 minutes to go in the first period. And especially given the pedigree of these 2 goaltenders, it's a little bit surprising. Again, you know, we know what Jason Kai can do. Series champion, rather a Pro Division goaltending champion from back in 2024, back with Team Chima Ironbound. He actually scored a goal in the championship game as the goaltender. Beinstock drives around everybody. Lonergan back over to Beinstock, and Beinstock not able to get through anybody. Beinstock still with it. Loads the gun back for Lonergan on short side, and save is made. Sean Grevy try and stick it away. Back to Solove, a bouncing puck, gloved down by Beinstock. Beinstock finding it out on the other way. This will come back over. Putting on the brakes there was a top-line skater, and Solove off to the races potentially. He's onside. Matt Brown right behind him. Brown tied up a little bit, trying to get around Zamovchak. He shoots, he scores! Matt Brown shooting that puck in the speed like a comet to give 43 Oak their first lead of the night. It's 4-3, 7 goals scored in this first period alone for them, belonging to the 43 Oak Foundation. And an absolute back-and-forth start to this game here tonight at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House for Matt Brown. It's his first goal in point of the 2026 season and his second game played. And on the other way, Zamovchak looking to send things over, rather make that the other 8, the other 8 of, I should say, of Will Brown. So for those at home, I believe we've got things figured out with science in terms of the 8 categories. Zamovchak is the one that has a nameplate on the back of his jersey, and also the black and orange gloves for the Danbury hat tricks. Vinny Capano, who nearly got railroaded there by Justin Solove, is wearing the 8 jersey with the purple shell. That leaves out the other 8 of Will Brown, who is wearing just a strictly white and black jersey with the number 8 on the back. I believe we should have that figured out. I believe that might be a Farmingdale logo on there for Will Brown. He's got the puck. We'll get it back to Capano. Capano Looking to go back for it. Willing it back once again. Capano with a shot. They score. Make that Will Brown, who will snooker it in. And all 3-8 skaters have scored in this first period alone. It is 4-4. And oh, baby, do we want some more of this game. And this looks like a little bit more of the old-fashioned Jersey Pro League 3-on-3 that we've seen in the past here. So right now we're on pace for about 15 goals a side going into a shootout. Of course, still a lot of time to go in this game, and we saw a very tight game earlier on between XHP and TGF. Of course, X Hockey Products utilizing a little bit more experience later in the game as Moore will make the stop. A very rare stop in this game for either goaltender. Not in terms of just blocking the shot, preventing it go in, but just making the save and then covering up for the pause and the subsequent face-off too. Haven't seen that a whole lot in this game. Really, the only stoppages have been whenever the puck goes out of play or in the back of the net, a ping-ponging ball. Pinballed just away from Moore's office. He's able to steer it aside. This one just out of the reach of Capano. Miller on it, trying to find a friendly black jersey. Zacco has got it. Zacco not able to get around everybody. Here come TopLine Hockey. Capano on it. Nearly taken there by Brown, and it's intercepted once more. Dante Rodriguez will take that away from Nick DeCidrio, and Rodriguez will start from his own side off the back of the skate of Capano, and taken away once again here by DeCidrio. Try to get it over for Zacco. Capano will say, thank you very much. I'll take things on my own side. Stretch pass way too far out. If offsides wasn't a thing, that would have been a beauty. But Dante Rodriguez bugged down with an offsides, and this will come back out to neutral. And he thought, he was laughing about it. He thought that he may have had a chance there. .90 seconds to go in a hold on to your butts and hold on to your seat opening period of play. 4 goals for either side, 8 total red lights scored in this first 13 and a half minutes so far. As Toskos will come in, back on the other way, and this one just out of the reach of Kai. Here's Solove on the other side. Solove stopped up. Out the near side, still with it. Coming with it is Brown. Brown will turn it over. Serlin on the puck once more. Serlin will send things up to Chris Conklin from the Don Bosco School. Under a minute to go in period number 1. Trying to get around everybody was Nathan Beinstock, and Beinstock will take it from his own side. Beinstock coming over from Quinnipiac. Coming in, 3-on-3 the other way. Beinstock not able to drive around the defense. Serlin was able to put a shot on net. Kai will steer it aside. And an odd man rush on the other way. Here comes Emilia Bedoya. Bedoya to Solove once more. He scores! Well, I tell you guys what, that connection has been cooking tonight. 5-4. Oak leads with 23 to go in the first period. Solove snapshots his second of the game. And a 2-on-1. So Emilia Bedoya just coming here as one of the substitute players. He's already on the score sheet twice tonight. It's Justin Solove a goal away from a hat trick now. 5-4. Oak leads. Tosco's trying to make it 5-5 going into the first intermission. Final seconds will tick off. One final chance. Not able to grab anything at the buzzer was Beinstock. And finally, a massive exhale after one of the most eventful opening 15 minutes we've seen in 2026 so far. 5-4, 43 Oak leads over TopLine Hockey. It's been a great game so far, and we're only a third of the way through it here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey. Don't go anywhere. 15 down, somehow still 30 to go. We've had enough goals to fill up about three-quarters of an egg carton. It's 5-4 with 9 goals total. That's the point we're trying to make here. We're back at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey. 5-4, 43 Oak leads over TopLine Hockey. It's been a great one so far, and it's only able to get better and better the longer this game goes on. Trey Wright on the call here for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. There's Amelia Bedoya on it, and that one just steered wide. Sent back over across. Bedoya on it once more. Trying to find things out on the other way. Trying to wheel and deal once more is 43 Oak, but it's taken here by TopLine once again. This is Lonergan. Make that Zimovchak. Zimovchak off the iron once again, and Beinstock not able to clean up. We saw a lot of pings. We heard a lot of pings back in game number 1. We had 7 of them. In that first game, we'll see if we can get 7 in this second game. Tagging on sides is TopLine. Trying to drive back in once again was Brent Beswick. Nothing there. Bouncing off of it once more. That one put on net and into the pads and gear of Jason Kai for the holdup. Puck is dropped and off we go for this next shift. Taken here by Parker. Parker trying to backhand it through. Kai makes a save. Rebound comes over. They score. And just like that, TopLine Hockey reties the game. It is 5 apiece very early in the second period. We'll take another look at things, and, well, we'll go ahead and review the particulars after that first incredible 9-goal frenzy here earlier on this evening. Trying to find the score sheet here. We'll get the particulars for you in just a moment as we're at level pegging once again, 5 apiece. Getting things going here. Earlier on to start things off for TopLine Hockey was the aid of Vinny Capano, who scored not even of 2 minutes into the game. And Thomas Zacco tied it up. And it was Brent Beswick who got things back over. Rather, that was Miko Zimovchak, I should say, who scored to give TopLine the lead. Then Romeo Terrain scored. Then it was Zimovchak once again. Actually, there was the other 8, I should say, of Will Brown to give it a nice-looking bit-by-bit pattern. Then Nicholas DeCidrio scored. Romeo Terrain scored to make it even, and that one just trickling through the paint. TopLine then responded with another goal from Vinny Capano, and that one will be taken down by Moore. And our most recent goal scorer for TopLine Hockey is going to be the 27 of Luke Ross by the looks of it. Like we're talking about, quite a few number changes on the ice here for tonight. Capano in the purple 8 gets things back to Dante Rodriguez. Rodriguez, quick snapshot. Capano trying to give chase. This one taken here by Lonergan. Lonergan back over, bouncing puck just off of the pad. I believe that may have gone off the shoulders of Kai. Rodriguez will recycle it back to Capano. Capano backdoor. Making a big save there was Kai as he stonewalls Will Brown. DeCidrio, he turns it over back into his own zone. Brown wants another crack at it back the other way. That was Rodriguez who couldn't pot it in. And this will finally be taken out here once again by Parker Miller, Peyton Miller, I should say. Lonergan's got it once again. Lonergan around. Poke check there by Kai. I believe Sean Grevy got a little bit of a skate in there to block things off for the captain. Remains in play off of the high glass. Peyton Miller will bank it back over. Zacco. Rather, DeCidrio had it, lost it. Lonergan will take it away from everybody. 11:40 to go in period number 2. Vinny Capano, one of the many different goal scorers in this game, off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends it onto the end wall. Miller's got it. Down the left wing comes Peyton Miller. 1 goal already in this game. Back over across, looking for his first goal of the night there. Was the 83 of Emilio Bedoya. Great save made out of Dan Moore. Both these goaltenders have been testing a lot here. 18-14, the shot ratio in favor of 43 Oak. But we're at even strength in terms of the goal scoring right now. 5 goals apiece. Grevy slap passes this up to Justin Solove. 2 goals in this game. Solove to Bedoya, back to Solove. That combination nearly a few inches away from clicking for a third time. Not able to get anything there. 2-on-1 now on the other direction. Back on the other way, they score. Ryan Serlin with a beautiful dart upstairs will make it 6-5 in favor of TopLine, and TLH back out in the lead. TopLine Hockey has been cooking all night tonight. Face-off 1. I believe we might have... We have a couple more line charts to go over with. So we're in the 7, actually, is going to be Brent Beswick. I think we did confirm that Brent Beswick is wearing 7. As Oak will take it back. Dropping it back for Terrain. Terrain for Bedoya. A little bit of a cross in front. And it's taken here by Chris Conklin. Conklin to Serlin. Serlin, 1 goal already just now. Back over across and over Jason Kai's head and in the back of the 4x6. 7-5. TopLine Hockey leads. I believe that was Serlin again who got the final poke in the back of the net. TopLine Hockey with their largest lead of the night. The largest lead out of anybody this evening. We are only a handful of minutes removed from the halfway point of this game. 12 goals have been scored. 7 of them belonging to TopLine Hockey, looking for win number 4 on the season. And trying to keep that battle so close with the X-Hockey products coming into tonight as we grab a good look at the standings as Kai will play it out. Bedoya actually wearing 93 by looks of it. Actually, that's going to be Will White. Actually, no, White is wearing 85. Is that one over the cage? Out of mind, out of sight and out of mind. Bedoya finds things for Solove on a complete breakaway. Bedoya back for Brown. Brown looking to go backdoor. Solove on it. He scores. Hat Trick City with 3 Crimson lamps lit. And Justin Solove's come to play, and 7-6. Your score still in favor of TopLine Hockey. Will get another gander at it. Solove on the initial chance, stonewalled there by Moore. To Brown, found Bedoya. Bedoya tapped it back over to Solove on that second chance on net. He's able to snooker it away from Dan Moore. And it's 6-7, your score. Looking to go back up by 2 is TopLine. Kai will make the save. He'll quickly play it out. Lonergan wasn't ready for it. Zacco was ready for it. Here's Zacco across. Back over for Desidrio. He sends it over the bar. Errant pass comes all the way out. Taken here by Bedoya. And now a 2-on-1 for TopLine. TopLine dancing in. Kai with the stop. And it comes right back over and they score. Luke Ross again, I believe, will score to make it 8-6 in favor. TopLine Hockey, we'll get another look at it here. And it's been nothing short of a goal-scoring derby, but TopLine certainly looks to have the edge in this game so far. Like we're talking about, they're looking for that 4th win of the season, and Take a look at the standings here as another 2-on-1 potentially breaking up here. Here's Zamovchak was trying to load things up on the other way for Parker. Parker not able to get anything there. Bedoya trying to find Zacco, and here's a 2-on-1 proper. Back on the other way, Zamovchak, 1 goal already tonight. Dances around, he scores another. So 9-6 your score as TopLine Hockey beginning to pull away in this game. They now lead by 3. And it's Marco Zamovchak. Or Lucas Zamovchak. Has got things going here. With now his 3rd goal of the game. Moore thought he had it, and he does have it. Caught it right there in the butterfly for the pause. Back in the blue line, Oak wins the draw. They desperately need some goals cooking here. They want to get back in the dance. Miller, across, rebound for DeCidrio, and that one just dances wide. Moore was able to get a gander on that one. Miller will spin away from a top-line skater. He'll skate away from Lonergan as well. Miller looking for his 2nd of the night. Back to the top of the point. Take him back on the other way. Once more on it, there was Oak. Zacco with it. At the half wall he goes along. And it's taken out of here by Ross by the looks of things. Ross up to Remy Parker. Parker at the near side. Back across, looking to make things up into a 10-goal game. That goes up. Jason Kime makes the stop, and he'll stonewall TopLine to keep his team within 3. And it was Remy Parker who was credited with the most recent goal in this game for TopLine Hockey to make things 9-6 in favor of TopLine. 43 Oak trying to get back in the swing of things. Solove has got it. 3 goals already tonight. Looking to find a teammate. Nearly had another chance there. Rebound over. Back in front, it nearly went. And Brent Beswick will have it. Sets it up for Beinstock. 2 former members of the Rockets Hockey Club program up in Bridgewater, New Jersey will find each other. And Beinstock, the Quinnipiac Bobcat, trying to find Capano. Capano has it taken away. And Oak now with numbers on the other direction. It's 3-on-2. Quick shot. Just goes off the bar. By the looks of it, I think it was maybe a little bit of a piece of it for Dan Moore. Puck redirects home. Oh, my Lord, what a tip. Probably one of the greatest tips you'll ever see from Justin Solove. He's got a Baker's hat trick. Climbing right back into the contest. It's 43 Oak. They're now trailed by 2. Here's the replay. And just a great initial chance there. Initial shot right from the blue line. You're going to see it here. We're going to see in a few seconds. Capano looking to bring his team back up by a trio. Not able to find Dante Rodriguez. Rodriguez off the score sheet so far tonight. Here comes Solove looking for a 5th. Back over. He and Matt Brown fighting for it. Brown just not able to get things over. Beinstock on the other side. Plays it in the top end of the slot. Back over for Rodriguez. Not able to find Capano in the other 8. It's foot race the other way between Brown and Beswick. Brown will send things past the Mercer Chief. I believe Brent Beswick was at Mercer main camp earlier on today, so he is certainly getting his miles skated in. Rodriguez, even numbers. Looking for Capano, who was looking for his 2nd of the night. Beinstock will collect, and he'll turn it over. Here's Solove on it once again. Trying to get a little too cute with it. He puts it on to Dan Moore. Moore will make the pause. Is trying to jam after it. There was an Oak skater. And it makes sense why Justin Solove has been so good in this game. He has gotten a lot of practice over the last couple of years going against Dan Moore back when those two playing in the Ivy League for the ECAC. course, both of them attending Ivy League schools. Moore, the starting goaltender for the Princeton Tigers, and Justin Solove, as we've talked about it pretty much nauseam tonight, playing for the Crimson of Harvard University. Bumbling puck, Sean Grevy not able to find it. Grevy trying to stick after things here, but Lonergan will steer it out into the neutral zone. Under 5 to go in period number 2. The goal scoring has remained. The game not as close as it was. Still only a 2-goal deficit here for 43 Oak and Peyton Miller, trying to get it back to Nick DeCidrio. Still just ever so close to trying to jam things in there. That one right through the blue paint. Will White wasn't able to stick it home. White will intercept it. Finds Miller. Miller at the left wing, waiting for an option. Still waiting for an option, trying to find it back over. Instead, it will be taken here by Lonergan, and Lonergan will find Chris Conklin. Conklin across. Lonergan was trying to find Toscos for a tic-tac-toe goal. Instead, it's a 2-on-1 for Oak. Zacco dumps it back for Grevy. Grevy for Zacco, trying to get it back over on the back door for Grevy. He's denied by Moore. Zacco will stick this into the corner. Miller and Conklin both going after it. Miller trying to find White. White looking to go top shelf. Instead finds the webbed glove of Moore for the pause. .335 to go in period 2, and buckle up and batten down the hatches for what's going to be a great third period of play. 9-7 leads TopLine Hockey. Lonergan up to Remy Parker, and Parker trying to bring TopLine to the double-digit category for the second time tonight. Sticked out. Grevy nearly on a foot race the other way. Instead, it's wheeled out. Still trying to dance after it there was Parker. Parker, good stick handles, but not able to get it away from Miller. TopLine continuing to play with this one. Right in front of the lines person of Daniel Seaman coming over from the Drexel Dragons. 3-on-1. Miller across. Over to Zacco between the legs. He's denied by Moore. Nearly some really good highlight reel moves there from Thomas Zacco. And Moore will hold on that for the pause. Again, you're looking down all the rosters for both of these teams. Plenty of high pedigree talent. It becomes really apparent, but really the outlier tonight has been the 26 of Justin Solove in that Harvard Crimson red gloves, red shell, and red helmet. You know what? I mean, Solove, he sits at 6'2", 209. He has been uber good for this season so far. You know, trying to see what year he is at Harvard. You know, we've seen domination on a similar scale from guys like Nikita Nestorenko, from Adam Gaudette, from Gleb Vermiev earlier on. Of course, Remy Parker trying to find things there. Really, Justin Solove has been the key contributor in the goal scoring. He's got 5 of the goals here tonight, if I'm not mistaken, for the 43 Oak Foundation. Take him out of the equation, and right now it's a pretty big rout here for TopLine Hockey. Beinstock on the rush. 3-on-1, nearly a 3-on-0. Beinstock all alone, and a great back check there by Oak. Denies Beinstock with a surefire goal, but Beinstock back on the puck. Waiting for an option, quick shot in front, and they score. A blast from right in close, and TopLine Hockey will punch their way into the double-digit category. I believe that may have been Lucas Zamovchak's third. So we get another look at it. I know it was Beinstock that's probably going to have the initial assist on there. And I believe that may have been either Brent Beswick or Zamovchak who sent it in, but initially, it doesn't matter. It's back to a 3-goal lead. That one, hello, up into the bench it goes. It's Nate Beinstock nearly taken out the head of Luke Ross there. Those two giving a little bit of a chuckle. .66 seconds remain in period number 2. It was 5-5 apiece after that first period. 5 goals scored. So far for TopLine Hockey, trying to make 4 here is Justin Solovey, looking for his 5th. Solovey's got 4 goals, not 5. Just to clarify in that department. Oak trying to drive around everybody still, but it's taken back by Rodriguez. Rodriguez up for Beinstock, and Beinstock with it. Beinstock around everybody, but not able to get around in the back of the net for his first of the night. Terrain with it. Stretch pass across. Potential numbers the other way, and a breakaway chance here for Oak. They score! So right back into the dance is the 43 Oak Foundation. And it is 10-8, still in favor of TopLine Hockey, but now a 2-goal game. Get another look at a sick set of mitts there. So 20 seconds to go in the second period. Like we're talking about, it is going to be a very close third period. 43 Oak still battling for that first win of the season, and TopLine Hockey battling to remain in second place. With just under 5 to go, we'll get one more face-off, this time coming in the TopLine Hockey end. Jason Kai will be called to the bench here for the extra skater with 4 seconds to go. We'll see if the gamble will pay off for Oak. For one final face-off in the second period by the looks of it. Here we go. Brown, the one to take the draw. Back in front. Sent in, they score! It's Solovey as time winds down. Gets his 5th of the night. The gamble pays off. And going into the third period, 43 Oak back within 1. Sometimes you gamble and lose, but once in a blue moon, you gamble and you hit pay dirt. We'll take a look at this whole sequence once again. Started off with a great face-off win for Brown. Sending it in was Bedoya and Solovey. Right place, right time. Not quite level pegging, but 19 goals scored in this game. And we'll be right back here after a brief intermission on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. $19 goals scored in this game, the most recent coming from Justin Solovey's 5th of the night. To make it a 10-9 contest, still in favor of TopLine Hockey. But back with the momentum in this game is the 43 Oak Foundation. We welcome you back inside the glass in the third period underway here from the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. My name is Trey Wright, bringing you the action of what has been, bar none, one of the best games of the season. Off the iron there once again, nearly the game tire for Nick DeCidrio. And it just goes off of the post. And Serlin on the other way puts one on. Kai with the save. Only the 17th shot faced for Jason Kai, his 7th save of the night. Miller on it. Backhander onto Moore. He'll hold on for now. No, he's going to elect to play it. Lonergan will send things in. Flips it over across. Delayed offside. Serlin having a tag back up, and Grevy will get it back over to White. White just trying to poke it past everybody. Zaka, who got the goal scoring started for Oak early in that first period, just lost the handle of the vulcanized rubber. Plays it back over to himself. Still waiting for an option. Just threw it right in the mid-slot and was gobbled up by white jerseys. Here comes Serlin on his horse. Serlin in a 1-on-2 to Toskos. Toskos denied partially there by Kai. This goes into the corner. Lonergan will grab it right at the Verizon logo at the hash marks. Trying to keep it in there once more was TopLine Hockey. Here they come on net. Shoulder save with a blocker there by Kai. Rebound came right back over to a TopLine skater. Zacco, stretch pass across. Here comes Desidrio getting on his Colt. Desidrio's shot shouldered up into the air and out of play by Moore. And nearly a great chance there for the Barrie Colt skater of Nick Desidrio. He and his brother Matt. I believe Matt is going to be wearing the number 90 or 93, I believe. Shot sent in by Terrain, and that one sticked away and held on there for Moore. So the 93 is actually being worn by Matt Desidrio. And I believe it might be. Don't see a 19 on the bench. Parker looking to dangle through. Parker lost it. Taken back here by Solove. Solove 5 goals already tonight. He'll lead them out, flanning out. Back in the other direction, jamming in there. Taken away by Brent Beswick. Beswick holds up. Find it back over across. Trying to get it out there was Luke Ross. Beswick, the Mercer Chief, down the near side coming with it. Turns it over. Falling down to his lonesome there was Matt Desidrio. Ross not able to get it back over to Beswick. Ross will take it back over. Tip pass into the corner. Solove on it once more. 2-on-2, make it a 3-on-2 as Matt Desidrio will get in the play. Back over for Solove, and a great pad save made by Moore to keep his team up by a goal. Lucas Zamovchak sends one on target, and that one just over the bar. Desidrio trying to grab after it. He and his teammate trying to still find for it. Puck comes back out of the neutral zone. Here comes Solove. He's onside. Potential breakaway opportunity. Here on net! Just a little bit rolling off wide. Desidrio will put this one into the opposite corner. Chased in here once again by Terrain. Terrain surveying around, waiting for an option. He's got his man. Solove now in the bumper spot. Back to the top of the zone for Terrain. Terrain not able to drive around the defense, and here comes Zamovchak. Lucas Zamovchak sending things back across. Lonergan with a slap shot off and in and out of the glove of Kai, and it remains out of the cage. 2-on-1 now brewing here once again. Solove across. Desidrio not able to drive around. Saved by Moore, and he wanted to play it out, but a quick whistle there by the referee will stop play. I think Moore wanted to keep the tempo going. The referee saying, nah, we're going to go ahead and pause things here for a brief moment before we'll get things back underway. Lonergan wins the draw. He and Grevy colliding. They are absolutely hammering at one another in front of the Campbell's logo. Finally comes out to Dante Rodriguez. Kept off the score sheet so far tonight incredibly. Despite how well he's been playing, could be an assist there. He gets it and they score. Brent Beswick, his second goal of the night, brings it out. It's 11-9 lead. And TopLine Hockey back out in front once more by a pair. So that all started with Rodriguez and the commentator's curse strikes. Right place, right time. And Brent Beswick will get goal number 2 of the night. Miller kicks it back to himself. Foot race on the other way. Nearly going for the spinorama move. Instead, he'll be trying to chase after the puck. It'll come back over to Capano. Rodriguez knifing it away. He and Zacco tied up like a pretzel. Zacco still out with it. He and Rodriguez still fighting for the puck. Rodriguez trying to snooker it around. Here's Zacco in on everybody, and it just rolled off the tape. He'll have to reset with it. Taking it out away from everybody was Brown. This will stick back over across, taken here by Desidrio. Desidrio nearly turning it over. He'll do so. Back it comes in possession of Beswick once again. Make that Brown. Brown sends it into the corner. Stretch pass on the other way, and Zacco nearly tied up there with a top-line skater. Opens the door for Miller. Here's Miller with a half-step, trying to shoulder his way in on net. In on Moore. Moore holds on for the pause, and the game's starting to get a little bit Olivia Newton-John out there. The amount of physicality we've got, it's getting physical. .9:14 to go in the third period. Romeo Terrain. And Nick Desidrio will step back onto the ice. Desidrio, off the face-off win, will load things up for Terrain. Up to Solove with 5 goals already tonight. Desidrio in 85. Make that Will White in 85. Driving around, he and Lonergan getting to know each other over in the far side corner. Approaching the halfway point in the period. This will skitter out into the neutral zone and back into Oak territory. Terrain. With Chris Conklin right at 6 o'clock. Romeo Terrain driving through everybody. Finds a teammate back across. Terrain just a little too far behind that pass. And Conklin will take it out in response. Conklin trying to get around Brown. Brown, who went from wearing the 21 on his jersey down to the 2 as the 1 was coming off. Big pad save made by Jason Kai. Keeps his team in the game. 9-11 your score right now. And what has been an unforgettable game so far here. It's Beinstock trying to make things 12-9. Beswick will dump things back over. Finds Serlin. Serlin surveying black jerseys right in front of him. He'll find Conklin in the Don Bosco shell. Conklin thought about going for the Michigan, trying to bank it off the back end of Kai's helmet. Solove nearly off to the races. Moore will come out of his cage to play this one. Beinstock will grab it. Beinstock trying to just keep it away from Solove. He's not really getting anywhere with it. Conklin on it himself. Taken here by Terrain. Terrain to Brown. Back over to Solove, and a great transition save made by Moore. You've seen well enough of those, plenty of those here tonight from Justin Solove to know when and where to try and go on that backdoor feed. Solove will find Terrain. Terrain waiting for reinforcements. Lost the puck for a moment, gains it back, finds Miller. Miller near side circle. Back over for Solove. Looking for the rebound on the second chance. Not able to get anything on either of them. We continue to play, and more Stonewall Solove. How about the 2 Harvard skaters? The 2 Harvard players going at it here on this shift. It's still loose. Moore had it covered for a moment. Dan Moore playing out of his mind, and I cannot wait to see these 2 play against one another when Princeton and Harvard will play at Hobie Baker here in the 26-27 season. Quick shot off the crossbar. Nearly making it a 1-goal game once again for Oak. It's down to the final 6:20 of this third period of play. It has been a fantastic game all throughout. No strings attached. Just good old-fashioned summer league hockey here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House on PSP. That one Nearly hit our camera operator, Emily Cott, down below. I believe Vinny Capano was just able to grab that with the glove and gave it back to Dan Seaman, who will set things down over in the right side corner. Right far side corner to the right-hand side of Dan Moore. Zacco off the draw. Back to Desidrio. Trying to jam after it there was the other Desidrio. Glad to see Nick and Matt both playing one another on the same shift. Grevy was looking for an icing. They're not going to get it there as TopLine not able to do anything on this offensive shift. Matt Desidrio coming around. Has Zacco. Zacco takes aim. Fires. Making the great save there once more was Moore. And he's just got 5:38 to go to try and weather this storm, but this game has been on something else. The goal scoring has subsided for the last couple of minutes. I don't know if there's any petrified wood you could knock on, because there's no way this game in score is going to remain 11-9 in the next 5:33. It might not even remain here in the next 10 seconds. Back across, Jason Kai with the save of the night. He absolutely robbed Luke Ross. While Dan Moore has been making nothing but more and more saves, Jason Kai flexes the muscle to keep his team down by 2. That one off of the post. Miller just trying to dig after it there. Will find Desidrio, trying to find the other Desidrio brother. TopLine wanted a penalty. We're going to get a penalty. It's a tripping call. And TopLine Hockey with a chance to go up by 3. Looks like it was Matt Desidrio, the one who drew the tripping call, or who committed the tripping call. And we'll see who will take it. Great chance in front for TopLine. They score. So back up by 3 is TLH. And with just under 5 minutes to go, it's not quite over for 43 Oak. They still only trail by 3. We'll get another look at this face-off, or rather this penalty shot from the face-off dot. But TopLine Hockey has held the lead of the majority of this game so far. And I believe 3 goals is about their biggest lead. Actually, no, it's a even keel with their biggest lead of the night, but how much time we've got left again. You know, Dan Moore and this team has figured out the connection between Bedoya and Solove that they were just spamming up until the last couple moments in this period. Zacco has been able to get around the defense, and he'll try and do so here. Hits one off the short side of Moore. But you just look at how much time is left on the clock as the Desidrio brothers trying to combine. No dice there. 4:12 to go in the third period. And just time continuing to be on the side of TopLine Hockey, who lead by a trio and are just trying to keep up in front. Dante Rodriguez just had that puck go off the heel of the stick. He nearly had a goal. We've seen 3 goals be scored in rapid-fire succession out of a team several times, just even tonight, earlier in this game, so it's not out of the question here for 43 Oak to get right back into the contest. They might have a chance here. Solove off to the races. Great back check from Beswick. Moore makes a save. Beswick clears it out. So Justin Solove has been shut down here over these last couple of chances by Dan Moore. Taking it out once again here. Quick moves, not quick enough. Taken back by Grevy. Rather, that was Matt Brown who blew a tire. Slipped right on the Mario Kart banana peel. Terrain just trying to play keep away from Vinny Capano. Now under 3 minutes to go in the third period. Solove at the right side. He's still cutting defenses like a 1,000-degree knife. Not able to play keep away from Beswick, however. Beinstock trying to just dig after there along with Brown. Those two collide. Capano. Rodriguez to his left. Capano looking for a trailer, no dice, finds a black jersey instead. And Oak with 2:30 to go in the third period. We'll see if they will pull Jason Kai like they did at the end of that second period to bring back within 1. They have a chance here to bring back within 2. They do, and they score. Make it 10-12. And right back in the dance here is 43 Oak Foundation. They have been putting a lot of rubber to Dan Moore. 32 saves on 42 shots. And now only within a pair is the 43 Oak Foundation with 2 minutes to go. You gotta think, you might think about pulling the goaltender here. Bonstock, trailer, Rodriguez off the end wall with a howitzer. That shot had a lot of velocity. Solovey on it now, down the right wing he comes, trying to get around Beswick. Solovey looking to go top cheese. That just takes the ride off the railroad tracks. Recycling there is Will White. White, shot on target, rebound came right to Solovey. He couldn't play it with 1:50 to go in the third period. Conklin not able to keep it away from Terrain. Zacco on it, time continuing to wind down here, and in need of 2 goals is the 43 Oak Foundation. Conklin up to Toskos. Toskos trying to bank things off of Rodriguez. Will just collect his own rebound. Lonergan was looking to go things in here. Here comes Matt Brown. Brown on the tape of Zacco. Zacco back to Brown. Brown looking for an option. Back to Zacco! Dan Moore, you gotta be kidding me with that save! The more and more saves he makes, the more and more the legend of Dan Moore will raise on here tonight. 67 seconds remaining in the third period. Solovey just looking for one final chance here. Shoots, misses wide. Comes way out of the zone. Final minute of play in the third period. To the bench goes Jason Kai. 6 attackers on here. Zacco's got it. Potential 3-on-1 here. Solovey will just send it a little bit wide. Miller's got it covered. Miller looks for a fellow black jersey. Finds Grevy. Grevy looking to go for Solovey in the low slot. Not able to get anything there. 35 seconds to go in regulation. Shot! Score! With 30 seconds to go, back within 1 is the 43 Oak Foundation. It's Matt Brown with a high-velocity shot. And this game far from over. Ladies and gentlemen, with only 30 seconds to go, the net's going to remain empty. We see the replay quickly, but having to make quick work of things here is the 43 Oak Foundation. 26 seconds to go. Looking for a hooking call there was Oak. They're not going to get it. The net's still empty. 18 seconds to go in the third period. Solovey trying to find it back over. Miller with it, looking for the stretch pass. Solovey nearly, Luke Ross, a great interception there. 7 seconds to go, and we're going to get a quick whistle and another face-off with 6.5 to go in the third. One final chance. A face-off at center ice. 43 Oak is going to need to win this and establish zone succession and put a shot on net in quick succession to potentially tie this game. Here we go. Zacco in the offensive zone. 3 seconds to go. Trying to find for Brown. Brown as the net's coming down. Still on it is Moore. He's got it covered, and that will do it. An absolute thrill ride from the beginning of this game to 45 minutes later. And TopLine Hockey holds on 12-11, your final. Holy jumpin'. The only proper way to describe this incredible back half of a doubleheader tonight in Newark. It was a valiant effort for the 43 Oak Foundation team, and they were oh so close to taking this game into overtime. What a game for both teams. That is Summer League Pro Division hockey at its finest here at the Hockey House. And that will do it for tonight's presentation of Jersey Pro League Pro Division hockey here tonight on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. For our entire crew, for our videographers tonight, Emily Cott and Davey Langer. for our production assistant, production director, Colton Reynolds, for Andrew Zahn, who's taking photos for us tonight, and everybody involved with the production of tonight. Of course, for Corolla Pascal, couldn't be here tonight. He'll be here tomorrow and Thursday. But for a game of the week, our game of the week here for the Jersey Pro League, you couldn't ask for a better game of the week for that. 12-11, your final. TopLine Hockey will raise up to 4-1 on the season, while the 43 Oak Foundation will still look for their first win of the year. They fall down to 0-5 after week number 4 is in the books for the Pro Division. We'll be back here for some Club Division games tomorrow night and Thursday night here on Breakout Sports Broadcast. But on behalf of everybody from BSB, my name is Trey Wright saying so long from Newark, New Jersey. This has been a presentation of the Jersey Pro League Pro Division here on your home for the Jersey Pro League, Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all back here, same bat time, same bat channel, tomorrow night here in Newark.